Yo, what is up guys? It is Angel coming back at you with another awesome review. Today we got something that's pretty cool. Mafex is a really good company. Let me just go ahead and pull it out and show you. Here's the front of the box. Side says Hush Batman, because this is the comic line this specific design of Nightwing is from, but at the same time this is a pretty classic looking version of Nightwing, and that's why I was super drawn to this figure, because I love Nightwing. I think he's a great character, and he just is savage looking, and I just love everything about him. But yeah, let's go ahead and crack this thing open and see what's going on inside. Alright, so we have the Mafex NightWing out of the box, and I honestly have to say that this figure is pretty nice. I gotta say, quality-wise, it is pretty fantastic. I mean, the plastic feels nice and sturdy. It doesn't feel cheap. Just the paint quality on it is very nice. I like how the blue on it, like there's no bleeding or nothing. Like it's just placed in the lines very well. I mean, mine has a weird little chip right here, but it's not something that I'm gonna notice at all. And then the face sculpt is beautiful. He does come with another face sculpt as well, which is more of a angry Dick Grayson face sculpt. And then let me go ahead and take this off. It is very easy to, switch the face sculpts. So that's nice. Pop it in. Yep, there you go. Very pretty, very beautiful. I don't know if I'm tripping or not. Maybe I am actually, because that looks a little bit better on my camera. But to me in person, the head looks a little bit small compared to the torso. But maybe I'm just tripping. I mean, it does look nice. But look at that face go, man. He looks pissed. Jesus, he's about to do some bad things, man. All right. And yeah, Mafex, they're loaded with hands and accessories, very similar to SH Figure Arts, but these are a lot better in scale with the 6-inch stuff, if you like the 6-inch stuff. So let's go ahead and check out the accessories. We have fresh out the box, he comes with 2 fists that you can use for his punching and fighting poses, of course. Very nicely painted. And then he comes with 2 kind of pointed, I guess you could say, diving hands. I love how they have these little stands, or these little things that keep them organized, because man, I would lose these so easily if they didn't. And then he comes with 2 holding hands, gripping hands for his batons. And speaking of batons, he has his 2 silver batons, of course, that he's very notorious for using in the comics. And then he has some open kind of emotional hands, like reaching out, or, you know, just doing something, you know, grabbing things, and then a little bit more relaxed grabbing hands. And then he has these two hands that are really sick that I really think is a good idea, is the spinning baton hands. Whoops. I think it's cool how they decided to make it all see-through, because it looks a little bit better in my opinion. They used to have it to where one was silver and in the promotional images, but I think that the silver one would have stood out too much and it would have looked a little bit weird. So it's good that they chose to make the whole thing just see-through plastic. It makes a lot more sense from a certain standpoint. And then I believe these come off as well because they're kind of like pinned in there. So that's funny. You have these, but they just look like thwipping hands, like Spider-Man thwipping hands. So that's pretty interesting how they chose to go about that. I mean, I kind of wish they were glued on, not gonna lie, because I feel like I'm gonna totally, you know, drop these. But, you know, it's your responsibility to not lose these. But yeah, these are nice. And then it comes with this really long baton with a bendy wire in between them, which is perfect. Like, the wire they chose is perfect. I don't know if it's a copper wire or not, but it is able to hold and not, like, you know, flail around. Like, this is a strong bendy wire. Like, it doesn't, well, however you pose it, that's how it's staying. So that's great. I think that's really cool, and then you can do a lot of fun stuff with that. But yeah, he looks great. He looks fantastic. Let's go ahead and see how he moves. My first impressions is he moves very well, but let's go ahead and get in depth and check that out. Before we do that, actually, I almost forgot. He does come with this back piece, and I'm not sure if I can do it on camera. I will try, but you can pop this piece off right here. Okay, so coming off is not that bad. And it doesn't feel like it's gonna fall off. I actually didn't even really realize that. Okay, so it came off. Kind of scary, honestly. I feel like it was gonna break. So be very careful with that. You gotta line those little pegs with these holes in the back. And simply, I mean, I'm probably just gonna leave this one on because, you know, why wouldn't I? I'm gonna be using his batons a lot, so. And there you go. And then you have these little kind of holsters for his batons. I'll show you. Simply just click them in there. I mean, maybe sliding them in there is best, because, you know, these things generally they don't last forever. I mean, it does hold them very well, but I would just be mindful, because those things look like if you dropped them on them, they would break probably. So anyways, there you go. That's pretty cool. So articulation wise, this guy definitely moves fantastic. He looks down very well, up very well. He's got that joint in the lower neck and in the upper neck. Can do all the rotations, looking side to side. Shoulders go up past 90 degrees. That's awesome. This butterfly joint is fantastic. It goes back super well, goes forward, and you can reach all the way across if you want to. That's great. Rotation at the biceps, upper biceps, double jointed pinless elbows, forward and backwards at the wrist. And then, you know, 360 degree rotation. Has the joint in the upper abdomen. So that does move. It's there. It's very squeaky, but it's there. And then you can get them to bend forward about that much and go back that much. And then there's you know, good rotation, goes side to side decently. I mean, it's tight, but if you play with it, you can get it to move a lot better. And then legs go up that high, they go back, go to, it has a drop down hips, so you can drop them down and then go out about that much, decent amount. And then double jointed pinless knees, which look fantastic. And then forward and backward at the foot, ankle rocker at the foot or at the ankle, and then little toe bend, which is cool. Love to see that. And yeah, I think this guy moves fantastic. We all know that this character is very agile, so it's good to see that. And yeah, I think they did a wonderful job, and I am thoroughly impressed, and I like this figure a lot, so that's great. All right, so after all that, let's go ahead and check out what he looks like with some other figures. All right, so here's Nightwing next to the Mafex The Dark Knight Returns Batman. Probably my favorite Batman from this line of figures, or from Mafex figures. So he looks pretty good. I don't have the Hush one, unfortunately, so that's all I got for now. And then on the right, we have the Mafex, the symbiote suit Spider-Man, or the black suit Spider-Man. So yeah, he definitely scales very well with the Mafex figures and the 6-inch line stuff. So he's looking pretty good. And then just for fun, we have the Jada Toys Street Fighter Ryu on the left. And then we have the Iron Man Model 1 on the right, the Marvel Legends. Yeah, so I do think at the end of the day, this figure is utterly fantastic. I think if you collect DC stuff or Mafex stuff, you should definitely go out and get this one. I don't know if I would invest a lot of my money into this line because the figures are so expensive, you know, around $60 to $100, and you know, plus shipping and all that stuff. So it adds up. But I do think when they have a good figure, they definitely do a great job. Like that Mafex The Dark Knight Returns Batman, probably one of the best Batman figures I've ever had. So it goes to show when they put a lot of love into something, they do a good job. And this character, Dick Grayson, aka Nightwing, is a great example of that. I do think, me personally, I feel like the proportions are a little bit weird. Maybe that's just me, but you know, I could be tripping, you know. Other people will say otherwise, of course. This is all opinionated, but I do think, as far as for this character, this is the best version, the best iteration that we have in action figure form. I'm gonna go ahead and give this guy a solid 9.4 out of 10. This dude is fantastic. I think he's beautiful. I do think he's gonna look great on the shelf. For such a simple character, they did such a great job. You know, the design is so simple, and I just love it. The paint job is amazing, and I forgot to mention this. The hair is kind of like a light blue, grayish color, which I think is a great little detail, nodding to his, you know, his color, which is blue and black. So that's fantastic. And yeah, I just think this is a great version, and I do really enjoy this figure a lot. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoy my content, feel free to subscribe. Let me know what you think of this figure in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out.